Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Polygon Matic, whose current price stands at the $0.8825 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 1.21%. And in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances. So if you're interested in such content, make sure that you stick around till the end of the video. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Polygon Matic from the all-time high has been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC correction, which has now taken us back to around the $0.32 mark, and having done so, I believe it has done the minimum that we expected it to do in its ABC correction, and soon we might see a very nice bounce to the upside in this Elliot wave structure, having our wave 5 taking us back to an all-time high. And before we get to an all-time high, I first need to see a first wave to the upside, which I have a target area here on the charts between the $1.86 mark and the $1.48 mark, and that I'm basing it on the Fibonacci's, connecting the fibs from that low down there to the all-time high. You can see that my yellow target area for that first wave to the upside lies between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, which is the minimum that I expect that first wave to the upside to do. In the formation of that first wave to the upside, I also expect to see fractal waves in formation within a wave 1, which is a move that I believe we can see here on the 4-hour chart. So if I jump to my 4-hour chart, here on the 4-hour chart you can see I have this yellow fractal wave which is in formation within a wave 1, and I believe once you see the formation of a wave 5 to the upside, that will be completing a higher Elliot wave count 1, and will get us into that target area for that first wave to the upside. If I get a little bit into the details of the formation of that fractal wave, so that I can give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out on this chart. After making our low at around the $0.32 mark, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside in the formation of a first wave, and after making the high for that first wave, we saw a very nice retracement over here in the formation of a wave 2. So using the fibs connecting the low of the wave 1 to the high of the wave 1, that gives me a minimum target area for that second wave between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.382 as a maximum, and you can see our wave 2 retraced into that target area. Then after making the low for that second wave, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside in the formation of a third wave, and I had a target area for that third wave to the upside at around the $0.93 mark, and that I was basing it on the trend based Fibonacci's, connecting the fibs from the low of the wave 1 to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the wave 2. That gave me a minimum target area for that third wave to the upside at around the $0.9309 mark, and that is at the fib level 1.618, and you can see Polygon Matic respected that. And initially here on the charts, I had my wave 3 high for that Elliot wave structure as this high at around the $1.02 mark. Then this movement that we saw over here, I was terming it as a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4, but the moment we managed to break above the key area of resistance at around the $0.95 mark and made a new high at around the $1.06 mark, that made me to change scenarios over here, having the new high at around the $1.06 mark as the high for that wave 3, and whatever we are seeing over here, this is the formation of a wave 4, and because a wave 4 is a retracement of the third wave, we can use the fibs connecting the low of the wave 3 to the high of the wave 3, and that gives me a minimum target area for that fourth wave to the lower side between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.382, and I have marked that target area here on the charts using this red target area, which is the minimum that I expect that fourth wave to the lower side to get into before we see a very nice bounce to the upside in the formation of a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. And if I get a little bit into the details of the formation of this wave 4, so that I can also give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out on this chart. A wave 4 is a corrective wave, and within a wave 4, because it's a corrective wave, I also expect to see an ABC corrective movement play out within a wave 4, and I believe we have seen it here on this retracement over here. And there are two ways we can look at this movement as. The first way, we can see this massive ABC correction over here, having this as the wave A. Then we made a high at around the $0.88 mark, which is the high for that wave B. Then we saw a very nice retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave C. And after making the low for that wave C got us into our red target area by going back to around the $0.75 mark. So it's possible that maybe the low for that wave 4 was in at around the $0.785 mark, and whatever we are seeing over here, this might be the formation of a wave 5 to the upside. And because a wave 5 is an impulsive move, I also expect to see a 5 wave structure over here, having a wave 5 completing that higher Elliot wave count 5, and I have that movement here as having this as the first wave to the upside. Then we saw a very nice retracement over here in the formation of a wave 2, and we have continued pushing higher in what might be forming a third wave to the upside, then see a fourth wave and a 5 wave to complete a higher Elliot wave count 5 and also complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. So if I get a little bit into the details of the formation of this fractal wave over here in the formation of a wave 5, which might be a possible scenario that might be playing out on this chart. After making the high for that wave 1 and also making a low for that wave 2, it's possible that whatever we are seeing over here is the formation of a third wave to the upside, and using a trend based Fibonacci, we can get a minimum target area for that wave 3 by just connecting the fibs from the low of the wave 1 to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the wave 2. That gives me a minimum target area at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $1.0651 mark. So in case we continue pushing higher, manage to break above that key area of resistance and make a high at around the $1.06 mark, it's possible that that might be the formation of a third wave that is within a fractal wave within a wave 5. And once you see the formation of a third wave, then I would expect a bit of a retracement in the formation of a wave 4, then continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 5 and a higher Elliot wave count 1. It's also possible that we can also look at this chart in a different way. Maybe the low for that wave 4 is not yet in, and whatever we are seeing over here, we are yet to make the low for that wave C, having this as the wave A. Then the high that we made at around the $0.92 mark, that might be the high for that wave B. And over here in this movement to the lower side, we saw a bit of a corrective movement to the upside, so maybe lower prices could be coming our way, come back to this key area of support at around the $0.78 mark, lose that key area of support, and continue seeing lower prices to maximize our red target area for that wave 4 to the lower side. And for that to play out, I will expect lower prices here on this chart, lose that key area of support and maximize our red target area. And once that plays out, then I can expect a 5 wave structure in the formation of a wave 5 to the upside, and that will be completing a higher Elliot wave count 1. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. And according to me, we are yet to make the low for that wave 4 over here. So the first movement that I have shown you of us being in the formation of a wave 5 to the upside might not be the possibility that might play out on this chart. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. And because this is an Elliot wave structure, we also need to have invalidation points here on this chart, and we can only invalidate this Elliot wave structure by having our wave 4 over here retracing into the high of that first wave. And the high for the first wave, we made it at around the $0.62 mark. That is within this dotted line that I have here on this chart. So in case we maximize our red target area and go back to around the $0.62 mark, then that will be invalidating my Elliot wave structure. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated. Also taking a look at the indicators here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 52 mark, and that means we have massive room for us to support any movement to the upside and also to the downside in the formation of a wave C to complete the formation of a wave 4. Also taking a look at the MACD here on the 4-hour MACD, we have printed a bearish cross, and that would mean lower prices could be coming our way. So it's possible that we might continue heading lower to get us into our red target area in the formation of a wave 4. That's all for this video, and I'll keep you updated.